High Admiral K. Zith of the Drachnid Empire stood proudly on his flagship's observation deck, watching his fleet surround the ancient human space station. The massive structure hung silently in space, its dark hull occasionally reflecting the distant starlight. According to intelligence, this relic had been abandoned for over 3 centuries, preserved only as a testament to humanity's early spacefaring days. Status report, K. Zith commanded, his scaled fingers tapping against the polished command console. The museum station appears completely dormant, Admiral, his sensor officer reported. No power signatures, no life signs, no active systems. Just as expected from a 300-year-old relic. K. Zith's mandibles clicked in satisfaction. The humans had grown soft in their centuries of peace, turning their military installations into tourist attractions. This station, once Earth's primary defensive platform, would make an excellent staging ground for the invasion he had spent decades planning. "Begin docking procedures," he ordered. "I want our engineering teams inside within the hour. This museum will serve as our forward command center." The first boarding teams reported back quickly. Their descriptions painted a picture that pleased K. Zith immensely. Empty corridors, lined with placards describing historical events, decommissioned weapon systems behind transparent barriers, and helpful holographic guides frozen in place since the power died. Admiral, his second-in-command, spoke up. "Don't you find it strange that such a strategically important location would be completely abandoned?" K. Zith dismissed the concern with a wave of his armored claw. The humans have grown complacent in their golden age. They believe their diplomatic ties and economic power will protect them. They've forgotten the art of war. That's when the first anomaly was reported. "Sir, we're detecting some sort of resonance throughout the station's superstructure," the sensor officer announced, confusion evident in his voice. "It's as if the entire station is humming." K. Zith was about to demand clarification when every screen in his command center suddenly flickered to life. A human face appeared, elderly, weathered, but with eyes sharp as plasma cutters. "This is Admiral Sarah Chen, Earth Defense Force, to the Drachnid vessels currently attempting to occupy historical Defense Station Alpha." The human's voice was calm, almost amused. "I see you found our little museum. Did you enjoy the tour?" K. Zith's rage built as he realized the implications. "Open fire. Destroy that station immediately." But before his gunners could comply, the museum pieces came to life. The station's outer hull, which had appeared dark and lifeless, suddenly blazed with energy as adaptive camouflage deactivated. Weapon ports that had seemed welded shut smoothly opened, revealing cutting-edge defense systems hidden behind the supposedly ancient exteriors. The helpful holographic tour guides transformed into tactical displays, showing targeting solutions for every Drachnid ship in range. "You see," Admiral Chen continued, her image now displayed on every screen in the Drachnid fleet. "We humans have a saying, the best place to hide something is in plain sight. While your spies were taking photos of our museum, they were actually documenting a fully operational defense platform. Those informative plaques your boarding teams were reading, quantum encrypted command consoles. Those decommissioned weapon systems behind barriers, the latest in human military technology, disguised to look vintage." The station's massive form began to move, its supposedly rigid structure flowing like liquid metal as it reconfigured into combat formation. From hidden bays, squadrons of fighters emerged, not the antique craft shown in the museum displays, but state-of-the-art vessels that had been waiting silently for exactly this moment. "But surely," K. Zith sputtered, "our scans showed no power signatures, no crew." "Zero-point energy systems and AI crew," Chen explained, clearly enjoying the moment. "No heat signature, no traditional life signs to detect. We learned long ago that the best defense isn't always a visible one. Sometimes It's letting your enemies think they're clever, while you wait for them to walk right into your trap. Zith watched in horror as more stations began powering up throughout the sector, dozens of museums, revealing themselves to be camouflaged fortresses. His carefully planned invasion route had led his fleet right into the heart of Earth's most sophisticated defense network. "Now then," Chen said, her smile carrying centuries of human military tradition, "shall we discuss the terms of your surrender? Or would you prefer a more hands-on demonstration of why we humans believe in keeping our history alive and operational?" The High Admiral looked at his tactical display, now showing his fleet surrounded on all sides by weapons that made his most advanced systems look primitive by comparison. In that moment, he understood a crucial truth about humanity. They hadn't forgotten the art of war at all. They had elevated it to an art of deception that his species had never imagined possible. "We surrender," Zith declared, his pride crumbling like space dust. "We surrender unconditionally." "Excellent choice," Chen responded. "Welcome to the museum, Admiral. Today's lesson was on human strategic thinking." "I trust it was educational." As Zith watched his crews being peacefully evacuated by human forces, he couldn't help but appreciate the irony. They had expected to find humanity's past preserved in glass cases. Instead, they had found its present and future, hiding in plain sight, waiting patiently for someone to make exactly the mistake he had made. The museum would have a new exhibit soon, he realized, and his fleet would be the genuine antiques on display.